guys, it's Kylie, and in today's video I have a diamond paint with me. So what I'm going to be going through is how I kit up the diamond paintings, a time lapse slash like me talking while I do a diamond painting, and then how I seal them so that I can end up putting them on my wall behind me. You may notice that like it's all going to be in different clips because it does take me a little bit to do each one of this. This is a 25 by 20, so it will take me a couple days. I mean, sitting at home, it's definitely quicker than like if I had to go to school and stuff, but I'm just doing online school, so it's kind of like in between classes and stuff. I just do a little bit of this. I'm super excited to get started. This is the one we're going to be doing. It is a Winnie the Pooh and Friends. I'll actually pull this back a little bit more. It's Pooh and Friends. It's got like kind of baby Pooh, baby Tigger, baby Piglet, and baby Eeyore. It's got a lot of this N color, so this purple background, it's got a lot of that. So I'll definitely be using a large multi-placer to be doing a lot of that. But I'm super excited to get started. If you guys enjoy Disney content, Disney crafts, definitely hit the subscribe button, turn the bell. I post tons of Disney content on this channel. I'm super excited to get started kitting this up. I have all the diamonds next to me. I've already taken inventory on it. And I'm going to just show you how I put them. I store all the diamonds while I'm doing the project in these little cases, and then either in little cases slash baggies when I'm done to kind of just keep a giant stash of extra diamonds just in case I'm do run out. I did have a recent painting that I ran out of diamonds on 2 different colors, which I thought was very interesting. I've never had that issue before with these diamond paintings, but I ended up running out, like I was like 5 or 10 short, so I ended up having to like switch which color I used in certain areas. It still looked good, but I ended up putting like the background, I ended up just taking those pieces out of the background and putting the other colors that are around and using it when I had to do detail. But I'm going to use these kits to put everything that I need in here and show you how I kit up the kit. So I'm going to pop open this container. These little containers is what I use. I'm also going to pull out a tray because that's how I put all the diamonds. I put them all in a tray, and then I'm going to grab some scissors to cut open all the baggies. Okay, so I'm opening up the plastic. It's kind of loud. And I have all the diamonds in front of me. I do also have my label maker so that I can type out all the numbers. So I'm going to take this sheet out. This is the base sheet that has how many bags of each we have, and how many, so it says like the diamonds and stuff, and has all the symbols on it. So for the label maker, I take all the DMC codes and put those into the labels to put onto the little trays. So I'm just going to type out all the diamonds for the label maker. It only allows a certain amount of typing, so I'm printing out the second strip of diamonds. You can see my cat is intrigued with the label maker. So looking at it, only one of the packages, like one of the numbers, is going to need more than one of these little containers. All the rest have 3 or below of their packages, so they'll just be individual containers. The containers hold about like 3.5 of these little drill packages. But the first number, it actually happens to be the first number on this, it has 13 packages. That's really the background color. So that's going to take out probably almost a whole strip of these, and then the rest will just fill in. There is over 28 colors, so I'm going to need a second container. So I'm going to now start packing up all these. So I'm just going to cut this off. So then I get a nice strip of all this, and I'm going to cut it as I package the diamonds. So what I do is I cut off the excess on the end, and so now I cut off the excess. I'm going to toss that, and I take the 155, which is the first one, and I'm going to put that on the first container, put all those diamonds in, and then slowly work through my strip. So I take my first container, I'm going to put the label 155 on this. Because this is a multi-package one, I am definitely going to use the tray. Sometimes if it's just one package, I'll just put it straight into the container. I'm going to find all 13 packages of 155, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All 13 are on this one strip. I'm going to put some in the tray and then probably fill up this whole container of them just because there's so many. And then I'm going to continue doing this for all the diamonds. So I have all of them packaged up into their little containers. finished putting all of these in their little containers. I got 2 full rows of them. I'm super excited to get started. I'm going to clean up this area right in front of me. It looks like I got a couple rogue weeds. Clean up the area right in front of me so that I can lay out the diamond painting, and then we're going to get started on doing the diamond painting. Okay, so we have the diamond painting in front of us. We got our diamonds, and then I did grab a brand new pink wax, and I have some pens right now. I am going to start with these large multi-placers because this top corner has a lot of the purple. So I am going to start in this far corner and work my way across. So I'm actually going to clean out the wax that's in them. This pen's brand new, but this one does have some wax from the last couple but it's just not really sticky anymore, just because of the amount of I have already used it. So I'm just going to pull out the wax. Just use my tweezers to do that. I'm going to refresh both ends of this pen with the pink wax, and then we'll be ready to go. We might still have to refresh it a couple times while we do it. Pink wax doesn't last as long as some of the other options, but it's what comes with the kit, so I'm going to use it because that's what it comes with. So I'm just putting it right here and sticking our pen into it, making sure we fill up our pen, and then we'll stick the front end, and then same with this one. These are both pretty long multi-placers, hoping to cover a huge section with them. So we got 2 multi-placers, and they obviously have a single placer on the other end. I'm also going to pull out my 3 or 4 placer and clean out that. This is definitely one of my favorite tools to use this size. It does like 3 or 4 diamonds, and I'm going to fill that with some new wax. Definitely one of my favorites. It's small enough that it's not covering huge sections, but still gets multiple at once. I also did pull out some green boats and some white boats. Probably gonna do 1 of each for now. I am gonna fill multiple boats with the purple just because the section that I'm gonna do is so big. So I'm just gonna rotate you a little bit so you can see the top of the canvas. I have everything I need next to me, and then right here I am gonna open up the canvas and get started. So the section we're doing we're going to start up in this top corner. You do see some rivers. I have already pre-sliced those. So I took a razor blade and just put some slices in them, because if you don't slice them open, you don't want to push too hard because you don't want to cut through the canvas. The diamonds will like bubble up with the air underneath them. So I've put some small slices in them. They'll still look there, but they're not actually going to have air in them. You can kind of, if you smooth them out, the air, they won't refill with air, which is nice. So I am going to fold this back. We're going to start on this this little piece right here. And this is what we're going to start with. A lot of ends, which is the main purple background color. And then it gets a little bit, the colors change as we get into Eeyore. He does seem like he's going to blend in a little bit. But I'm just trying to fold this down on as straight of a line as I can get down the side so that we have a nice starting point. I like to start on the left because I'm right-handed and my hand ends up rubbing across it. On the small ones it's nice. I usually start on the top too, so that I'm not bending I'm pushing the diamonds farther back on my desk, not over the edge. So I do that. Sometimes I'll take off my watch because it kind of picks up the diamonds as it rubs on that. I'm also going to fold back this side a little bit just because the symbols are covered. The way the glue was placed on this one, the symbols are covered. So I'm just going to fold back the very edge of it so that we're able to see the symbols just like that, that match up with the different drill numbers. So I'm going to start with the purple, and we're going to get started with our diamonds. I'm going to start with 155 because that is all the letter N, which is what most of this section is. I'm just going to pull it open, pour a bunch into here, and I'm actually going to put it in both trays just because there's so much of it. I like to shake out the trays flat, get as much as I can, go that way a little bit, and then I'll push them all to the one side. Same with this. I'm actually going to add some of this into this one and then shake it out. I ended up pouring a couple out, so shaking it out. You don't want to do this over the sticky part of the diamonds. You can either do it like on your table next to you or on the paper, because if you do it on the sticky stuff, it's kind of hard to get it off if you accidentally pour some on there. But we're going to shake up the diamonds and get them started. I've not used a green boat in a while. I used to always I usually just use the white ones, and I might switch to the white ones. I just like the way they end up lining up in the white ones. So I'm gonna see if my white one works better and just put that green boat to the side for now. They seem to just line up in, I think the ridges in the white ones are a little bit higher. So I find that the diamonds line up better in the white ones, especially if you're trying to use a multi-placer. The green boats are fine if you're just single placing them, but if you're trying to use a multi-placer, I prefer the white ones. The only negative about the white ones is they do have the edge that sometimes they'll come out. So I take them, tilt them slightly to the side and wiggle them that way too, so all the loose diamonds end up on one side, and then you have all the rows. I'm gonna take my multi-placer and just line it up with a nice large section of diamonds. You just gotta be swift with your motions with the multi-placers. You don't want to like try to stick it down. You just gotta, once you see a section, stick it down. Be hard. I mean, this one holds a good amount of diamonds. You can see there it's pretty long. So I'm just finding all these long spots to put them on, and we're gonna go through and fill up all this purple background. Another problem I do find with the larger multi-placers is you have to sometimes reorder them because they don't come out as perfect. Or when I use these small 3 or 4 multi-placer, they're usually pretty good at being lined up where they need to go. It's easier to be a little bit more precise, but as even just a little bit of space in between each one of the diamonds when you picks it up on one that big can end up everything being shifted off like a whole extra square. So you just have to be careful about that. So gonna keep putting on all the purple. So I finished the diamond painting. This is what it looks like. There's definitely some popping drills up here that I'm going to try to roll out the best I can. Just the way it is, sometimes that happens. It looks pretty good. I'm going to try to zoom out a little bit so you can see it like more what it looks like. The closer you get, it looks pixelized. You can definitely see the natural light on it, which looks super good. There is some like weird spots in it that like are weird color beads. There's just like some bright accents, so I don't know if I'm going to keep those. Sometimes I'll just fill them in with other ones to make it look a little bit more like mainstream and stick together versus having like this random Like right here, there's just like a random bright yellow or like this random brown in her eyebrow. But I'll see how it looks more from a distance. But super awesome. Wasn't that long to do. I started editing this before I finished this video because I had filled up a whole SD card, and I think it's close to like 6 to 7 hours of footage in total, which means I was probably I worked on it for more like 6-ish hours. The first hour was putting all together the kits of the different diamonds, but came out pretty good. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this and watching the whole time lapse of it. Very cool to watch, even just like while editing the time lapse of making something like this, just seeing all the diamonds we put into place. But if you guys enjoyed Disney content, Disney pins, hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell. I'm planning on posting lots of diamond painting as I will be in this self-isolation. All the essential businesses are closed where I live till at least May 4th, so I'm doing online school for the rest of April and all of May. So I'll be doing a lot of diamond painting. I've already done a lot, and I got a lot more that I'll be doing. So definitely check that out. The wall behind me that you saw at the beginning of the video will definitely be added to, and I'm gonna have a huge collage by the end of this. But I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.